Welcome Gemini Mercury to your 777 reading. If you haven't watched one of my readings before, I suggest you watch the intro video. But I'm going to get started straight away here, and just keep in mind that this is a general reading. It doesn't take into consideration your personal circumstances, so you just take what resonates with you and you leave the rest behind. So I've got your 3 cards already, so I've just pulled three cards here from the archetype deck, and then we're going to pull 4 cards from a tarot deck to look at the energy that's in and around you, and then 2 cards from another tarot deck to look at the energy coming towards you. And to finish up, we're going to have 3 cards from the Shaman Dream Oracle, just for some guidance for you. So these 2 cards is about the foundation of your energy, so sort of like setting the scene here. So we have the Flame, the Self, and the Lover. So the Flame represents inspiration. What is inspiring you? What is motivating you? What's your motivation in life? And I guess with the Self, you're sort of reflecting that. See how in the Self and the archetype, that's sort of right near where the heart space is. Very similar with the Flame. The Flame in the tarot deck is like the Wands, and Wands is all about your courage, your inspiration, what's motivating, what's pushing you forward. So perhaps this is a reflection time for you. But we've also got the Lover. So now look, and what's interesting with these 2, see how in the Self it's got kind of like a pearl or a golden pearl in the middle of the heart, and the Swan has that at the same time. So this could be, if you're not in a relationship, could be relating to meeting a counterpart. But it also could be with just regards with the Self, is maybe finding something that you love to do. Finding that inspiration again, either loving the Self again, the inspiration to love yourself, to go out there and go after your dreams. Interesting. Let's get a little bit more of an understanding with the energy that's in and around you. I just had 2 cards fly up. I'm going to get that in just a moment. Whoa. Jeez, yeah, one more. I'll get those 2 in a moment. All right. Wow. Like I said, going after what you want. We have the Chariot card. I don't know, but I'll put the cards on the side. It's hard with how dark it is. It's actually very cold and a little bit miserable where I am at the moment. In the southern hemisphere. So we got the Chariot. So the Chariot, it represents going after what you want. It's time to take control. It's the card of the Cancer, and the Cancer represents emotions and being emotional, being in tune with your intuition and your instincts here. So, and then going after what you want, and then you've got the Strength archetype. So having that inner strength to do that. We also have the 7 of Wands. So can you see there already? And I spoke about this. There's something that like that medallion like pearl that in the 7 of Wands is holding. I'm going to put the cards on the side, and hopefully you'll be able to see it clearer. This is about 7 of Wands is about having competitors around you, right? And you might not even be aware of this. You might not even be aware that people are competing for it, but you're holding the truth. You might be aware of it, and you've kind of started to notice it. People are either projecting jealousy, because no one's going to say, I'm jealous of you. It's going to manifest in weird ways, and you're going to think, where did that come from? Or they might accuse you of certain things, but you're holding the truth here. You're standing in your light. And then we've got the Ace of Cups, which represents a new emotional beginning. So this could also mean that the universe is coming in to provide you with that emotional stillness. So having the Chariot and the Ace of Cups, you've got emotional fulfillment. You might feel a bit overwhelmed, but it's going to be in a good way with this reading. And Gemini Mercury, we just I'm doing this reading just outside of a Mercury retrograde. So I don't know how that period was for you, because the Mercury actually retrograded in Gemini. And I know that at the start of the year, Venus retrograded in a sign of mine. And I found that time quite tough for me. A lot of things got revealed in my relationships with people. So, and having the Mercury retrograding in Gemini, I wondered if you maybe perhaps went through a tough period during that time, because you've got your Mercury in Gemini, and having that retrograding during that time, if you did, there's positive things coming your way. Let's look at the energy coming towards you. I got one. Oh. Amazing. Amazing. So we got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess she's someone that works in the background. You can't put too much pressure on yourself, because you don't know everything that's happening all at once, kind of thing. You only know what you know. But she's coming in to sort of guide you through your intuition, through your instincts. Very positive card to have. And you got the Eight of Cups. So that means that there's certain things in your life that you might be walking away from, because it's no longer emotional fulfillment. So I have a feeling with this energy that's in and around you, you're going to get that inspiration. You're going to find something that is going to be more emotionally fulfilling, and walking away from something that is no longer relevant to you in a way that probably was draining you in the past. And just be careful. I think maybe this retrograde might have taught you that you can't always rely on your thoughts. You're not a slave to your mind, right? Your mind is your tool, and you've got to use the different parts, your instincts and your intuition. Remember that you have that to help guide you. You can't always try and work out things just with your mind. So this is going to be a really good time for you, I feel. Very positive reading overall. Now let's get some guidance for you. Okay, excellent. The 3 cards. Sorry, it's getting a bit dark, so I hope you can see this clearly, but like I said, ooh, okay. Interesting. So we've got the perfect storm, the courage to step into life, eyes of the eagle rising above the fray, and then we've got stranger, curiosity. So let's have a look at these cards, and I'll go through them with you. Just one more time, so we get an understanding of the foundation of your energy in and around you, energy coming towards you, and how you're being guided by the universe as well. So inspiration, motivation being relit here, coming from the self, perhaps meeting a partner or finding and doing something that is going to emotionally fulfill you with the lover, loving what you do and who you are. Getting assistance from the universe with the Ace of Cups, and taking action with your inner strength. You holding the truth and not being too concerned about the competitors that are in your life. Listening to that intuition, those instincts, learning to how to use those skills again, and walking away from things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling you. Wow. Listen to your heart space. Listen to your instincts, because again, in this card, you can see it on the side, with the perfect storm, the courage to step into life, you've got that golden center again. So that's amazing. It's amazing how this is all kind of like that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's things are going to start to fall into place for you. So, it might seem like the external is going to be perfect form, but it's going to be a storm, but it's going to be a perfect one for you, if that makes sense. And then we've got the Eye of the Eagle. For me, this card is kind of like taking an eagle eye view of your life. Yes, we don't know what's going to happen moving forward, and that can cause anxieties to us, for us. But if you did know, hypothetically speaking, if you could zoom out and you knew that, say, at age 40, depending on your age, if you can look a little bit forward, because, I'm just using that as a midpoint. But if you knew that at age 40, you were going to have your dream job, for example, the job you've always wanted, right? Maybe you wouldn't be as so anxious and concerned about everything at the moment. Think about how far you have come, and remember, if you say when you got your first job, if it was like in hospitality, or at a fast food chain, that was your very, very first job. If you believed at that time that you were stuck, you would have acted stuck, if that makes sense. But if you knew that you were going to be there, maybe you would have enjoyed your time there a little bit more. So I remember having my first job, and I knew that wasn't going to be my forever job, but I found ways to enjoy myself while I was there. I found ways in which I can learn how to communicate with people, how processes and systems work, how to network, and what resources I could use. But if this isn't about career, maybe it's about love. If you knew you were going to meet the love of your life, maybe at this point in time in your life, you wouldn't be so anxious and concerned about it. You'd find ways in order to have fun, still go on dates and all that kind of stuff, and just wait for that to show up. And I think that's what the High Priestess is going to help you with. But we have a stranger coming to you, and in the book this talks about you not being closed off. It's just funny, and more gold in the center there. The stranger's going to offer you something. And this card's about not having your walls up for it. So I was thinking about how I can explain this, because I don't want you to be vulnerable and just be open and naive to certain situations, of course. But if you have a wall up, then you're completely closed off. So, and I was thinking about, and I'm laughing because I was thinking about how can I explain this, and I was thinking about in the movie with Doctor Strange, and this is talking about Stranger. In the movie Doctor Strange, you know how they sort of have they go like this, and they have that sort of portal thing, but you can still see and hear what's happening over the other side. So maybe with the Seven of Wands is still keep yourself protected, right? Still keep yourself protected. Don't build a wall so you can't see anyone or let anyone in, but have that sort of like shield, if that makes sense. It's a very metaphorical way to explain this, and I hope this is resonating for you. Very symbolic way to explain it. But I hope that makes sense. You know what I mean? Still keep yourself protected, but don't wall off so you're not opening up to new experiences with the stranger. Well, that's it, Gemini Mercury. I hope something in this reading resonated for you. And as always, much love and take care.